Okay, awesome. Awesome. Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and begin. Welcome, everyone. My name is Miss Haley, and I am the Career and College Transfer Services Coordinator for Lawson State University. Lawson State Community College. And also, I have my co-host on the line with me. Her name is Miss Brenda Jones, and she is our Campus Transfer Admissions Counselor from the University of West Alabama. We're hosting a series of transfer informationals every 2 weeks for our students here at Lawson State Community College to provide them with specific academic support to majors that they're interested in with the different colleges and schools that UWA has to offer. Ms. Jones is a wonderful liaison that will help our students acclimate and become familiar with the UWA transfer admissions process, as well as ensuring that they're in the correct academic departments when they transition over to UWA. So this first session will be focused on nursing and healthcare majors. I wanted to introduce her here in the Zoom session. And like I said, she is our campus transfer and admissions counselor and liaison for Lawson State Community College. And her name is Ms. Brenda K. Jones. So Ms. Jones.
You ready for me to take it away?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you. First of all, I'm so excited about our partnership that we have just entered into with you guys. We get quite a few students from Lawson, but we just wanted really to make that process of transferring easier for them. And so I look forward to many more of these type of events so that we can solidify that and make sure that your students are having an easy transition. I'm just gonna, before I introduce my amazing colleagues, Dr. Mary Hanks from our nursing department and Dr. R.T. Floyd, I'm gonna tell you just a little bit about the transfer process. I promise to make this quick, because I know you really want to get into all the exciting things that are happening in nursing and our health sciences degree. So first of all, we'll just start with my transfer information. So this is, Ms. Haley has this, but I'm going to put this in the chat box to make sure that if students want to contact me afterwards, they can do so. Wanted to let you guys know that UWA has gotten 3 awards lately that we're pretty proud of. Dr. Tucker likes to make sure that people know that we have been awarded for the state of Alabama. We're one of the most affordable institutions, that we are one of the most diverse institutions, and that we are one of the best value schools there. So we're pretty proud of all of those. And we started in 1835 as a teaching college for women, but we've gone through a lot of transformation since then. If your students are not sure where we're located, here's a little map. We are in the western side of Alabama. We're almost in Mississippi, but we're about 2 hours from Birmingham. So they'll be far enough away from home for some distance, but they can still go home on the weekends or on holidays to visit their family. We are a small campus environment. We are a rural environment, but that does not mean that's not necessarily a bad thing. We are known for taking care of our students, that one-on-one relationship that they have with our advisors and with our professors. They're not going to be lost in the crowd. They're never going to be in a traffic jam here. So there's good stuff to say about small rural environments. A little bit about the transfer process. Very simple. Students apply online. They'll pay their $30 application fee, and they will send us their transcripts from all institutions that they have been to. And if we need test scores, if they have below 24 credits that are accepted here, we will need their high school transcripts. Once they get those in, they'll receive an acceptance decision, and they can contact me in any time for questions. I'm always available. A little bit about our programs. We have 4 colleges and 1 division of nursing, and I'm going to kind of scroll through these a little quickly so you can see some of the degree options for students. Here's our natural sciences and mathematics offerings. So for students interested in those, health and human performance, Dr. Floyd is going to talk to us about some of these today and all the exciting things happening there. For liberal arts, these are some of our program offerings. Really excited about those. And business and technology is another big one for students. And then education, like I said, started out, we have lots of roots in education and continue that. We'll be hosting a Zoom with you to talk more specifically about our education programs. And then last but not least, we have nursing, and Dr. Hanks is going to talk to us about some really, really great things that we've had some changes. And for spring, we actually have a 4-year BSN program that's coming, and I cannot wait. So that's going to be great. A little bit about tuition costs. This is academic year, $19,340. I know a lot of times that number scares students, but over 95% of our students here receive some type of aid to come to school. Our financial aid department does a fantastic job working with students to create a package that works with their budget. And then scholarships. And Dr. Hanks and RT Floyd are going to talk to you about departmental scholarships that are exciting, but just about transfer scholarships. They're all based on GPA. So students, they start at a 3.0 and go up from there, from $3,000 to $4,000. And the great thing about these transfer scholarships is they're stackable on top of anything, whether it be athletic or from our department or our alumni department. So lots of opportunity for students to cut that tuition costs down. So again, once again, available to students anytime they want to talk to me. Ms. Haley has my contact information. I did want to mention, if any of your students are in the TRIO program there with Lawson, I'm going to put Andrea Farquhar's information in the chat box as well. If you don't know what TRIO is, you can ask me if you're a first generation student or have financial need and you want to reach out to Andrea and see if you might be able to take advantage of some of that support. That would be great. But I'm going to go ahead right now and turn it over to Dr. Mary Hanks, who is our chairperson and assistant professor in our Ira D. Pruitt Division of Nursing.
On mute. We can't hear you.
It would help if I unmute myself, right? Don't you just love Zoom? Okay, so hi, I am Dr. Mary Hanks, and it's great to be here with you guys to talk a little bit about our nursing program. Just to let you know, we've been around since 1974. Just a little bit about myself. I am a product of Sumter County, where Livingston is located. I grew up about 9 miles from here, as a matter of fact. Attended school at the University of Alabama, but there's nothing like coming home. And I have been here for the past 9 years at West Alabama and would not want to be anywhere else. We just have a very homey environment here with our nursing students. Once you guys become a part of our nursing program, then I tell you, and I also tell my students' parents that, you know what, you become a part of us. You become a part of our family, and we just feel very connected to our students, and we're very committed to making sure that our students are successful in our program. We offer an associate in science degree for our nursing students that is a registered nurse degree. I know sometimes students get a little bit confused about that associate in science, and they think it's an LPN degree, but it is a registered nurse degree. And about the exciting part that Ms. Jones was talking about, starting in January, we will launch our RN to BSN online program to actually go along with that associate degree, and we are super excited about that. Our nursing students have been asking for that for a long time, and we finally get a chance to complete their undergraduate, if you will, nursing degree. A little bit about the financial aid that we offer here in the Division of Nursing. So we give 3 scholarships out in the division, and the scholarships start when our students are admitted into the nursing part of their curriculum. There is the Caring Foundation Scholarship. There's a $5,000 scholarship that is awarded to our nursing students. We give out 2 to 3 of those per year. We have also the CHS Foundation Scholarship. Those scholarships are awarded to students who are willing to go and work in certain healthcare facilities. There are CHS facilities. One is Grandview in Birmingham, if anyone is interested in locating there. Flowers Hospital, and also, okay, I'm drawing a blank right now. I should know this. Flowers, Grandview, and the other one will come to me before I stop talking. But we give out up to 12 of those per year. 6 of which go to Grandview because it's our most popular site that we have for our students. We just awarded, actually yesterday, we just awarded 8 of those scholarships to our students. Like I said, it's up to $5,000 per year, and our students actually have an opportunity to apply for that twice while they're here with us. And finally, we were just awarded a $2.4 million grant from HRSA, HRSA, and it is purely for scholarships for our students. And what happens is for up to 4 semesters in our nursing program, the student is awarded $3,000 per semester once they enter into the nursing program. So we are super excited about that. And we thought we wouldn't be able to award our first set of scholarships until January, but we were actually able to award the first 25 scholarships in that program starting on Monday. So our students were really excited about that because they didn't know that they were eligible for that. A little bit about just requirements to get into our program. There is an entrance exam that you have to take. It's called the HESI entrance exam. You have to make a 75 on that in order to get into our program, 75 or higher. We only look at 3 areas of that exam: grammar, reading comprehension, and vocabulary, although it tests in 8 different areas. And we do offer that exam on site. It just depending on how COVID moves, we can also offer it virtually, but so far we have not had to do that. Your GPA is very important for the students who are here and are listening to us. 2.5 minimum GPA overall is required, and your science courses are super, did I say super enough? Super important for students who are wanting to come into the nursing program. So make sure that you pay attention in those courses and make grades as high as you can in those courses. And when I say your sciences, yes, A&P1, A&P2, microbiology, but also don't forget about your behavioral sciences because those are important as well. I will have more information available. And also Ms. Jones, she will have information available for our program as you need. I don't want to keep talking because I can talk about nursing all day.
Thank you.
Okay, Dr. Floyd, if you are ready, we would love to hear about all the amazing things that are happening in the School of Health Sciences and Human Performances.
Excuse me, certainly I'm glad to, I appreciate the opportunity to be with y'all today, and I'm glad to try to address the various programs that we have in the School of Health Science and Human Performance. So specifically our School of Health Science and Human Performance is housed in the College of Natural Science and Mathematics. And in that we have several degrees, all of which our degrees are comprehensive majors. All of our full degrees are, and by that I mean they're comprehensive in the sense that you don't have to have another minor. You just have the full slate of courses, which includes your basics at first, 60 hours roughly of your basic classes, and the 60 hours associated with your comprehensive major. And those degrees are physical education teaching, which is not what we're going to talk about today too much. We also have a sport management degree, but we have most of our healthcare professionals are interested in 3 degrees. One is our athletic training degree. One is our exercise science degree, and our more recent addition is our health science degree. So I'll just take those one at a time. Our exercise science degree is designed to help prepare students for both graduate study, but also for progressing into the fields of being a strength and conditioning specialist or a certified personal trainer. As I said, some of those folks go into a master's degree in exercise science, biomechanics, or things of that nature. Some of them in cardiac rehab. All of these degrees have an internship opportunity with them where you spend, for the most part, a full semester toward the end of your curriculum, on site working with a healthcare professional or an exercise scientist in this particular example, or something like that to get some hands-on practical experience. And I feel that's very important to be able to do that because in every case you're having to work with patients, you're having to work with people, and those people skills are critical. Our other degree, our next degree, is our athletic training degree. And that is we have a Bachelor of Science degree in that, and have had for a long time. In fact, we're the first public school in the state of Alabama to have a BS degree in athletic training. However, nationwide, the BS degree in athletic training is going away after the beginning of the fall of 2022. There'll be no more new undergraduate students in athletic training anywhere. The only option then will be going to a master's degree. And I'll talk about that in just a minute. But the Bachelor of Science degree we still have it open up until that time. So students have to apply to that particular degree itself in athletic training, get accepted in that, not necessarily the university, but accepted in that program, which is competitive admission. And if they're accepted, then they're good to go, so to speak, until they finish the program in the next few years after that. So that's still a viable option. The health science degree actually has 5 tracks. It's comprehensive major again. One of those tracks is physical therapy, one is occupational therapy, one is physician assistant, one is athletic training, and one is a general track. The first 4, the athletic training, the physician assistant, the health science, the physical therapy, occupational therapy, athletic training, and physician assistant are all programs or tracks designed to prepare one to enter either a master's or a doctoral program when they finish their BS program. In all those cases, there are numerous prerequisites, like Dr. Hanks mentioned here, that are important for being able to pass and do well in those classes to get accepted or to be considered for acceptance into the master's and doctoral programs. And so that degree is designed just for that, to provide the courses that you need, depending on which of those fields that you might be interested in, and also to provide you with additional courses that may not be required for acceptance into those programs, but we think that would be a good background for you. All of those are heavy in science areas. For example, physical therapy I'll use, which is a very popular one, and it's a doctoral program. Excuse me, you have to have 2 courses in physical science. Not physical science, physics 1 and 2 with a lab, chemistry 1 and 2 with a lab, human anatomy and physiology 1 and 2 with a lab, and usually 2 or 3 psychology classes, as well as a statistics class. And there may be other courses as well, depending upon which graduate program you might be pursuing. So we work with each student on all these courses and as advisors, and try to say, well, what programs are you considering applying to? So we try to make sure on an individual basis that you have all the courses you need as prerequisites to be in as good as possible position to be accepted into those schools. Good grades are extremely important. Pretty much every one of those programs you need a 3.0 or higher to be considered. That's not a guarantee of admission. We also have internship opportunities and practical experience opportunities in the health science area too, so you can do some shadowing and working with other healthcare professionals in the process of doing that. The athletic training aspect of that is, as I said a few minutes ago, when athletic training goes away at the undergraduate level in a few years, then you'll have the option to, as you do now, to enter our health science program with an athletic training track. At the end of 3 years, if you've done well in that program, taken the appropriate courses and made good grades, you can apply for admission to the Master of Athletic Training program that we have here at UWA. And if accepted to that program, then at the end of 5 years, you finish with 2 degrees, a BS in Health Science Athletic Training track and the Master of Athletic Training. So that's the way that program works. We do have some scholarships. We're not as blessed as Dr. Hanks is with as many scholarships as she has, but we're working toward that. We do have an outstanding faculty that I've put up against anyone, anywhere in all those areas I just mentioned. And the faculty pretty much remains constant. They've done a great job over the years and very much committed to providing individual care to the students, not only in the classroom and immediately outside the classroom, but in working toward these internship opportunities and these practical experience opportunities as well. And we take great pride in doing that. There's a lot of questions, probably especially on an individual basis, one might have about these programs. I'm absolutely happy to talk to anyone, whether it be a faculty member at Lawson State or a student, about that on an individual basis to try to clear things up as much as possible. I'm not sure what else I need to share with you right now, but I'm certainly happy to address questions as we go forward. Brenda, I may have left out something that you want me to speak to as well.
I think that was absolutely great. I just want to finish up, I mean, by letting our guests know today that I am also from here. I grew up here. Dr. Floyd taped my ankles when I played volleyball and softball here. He's been here since, Dr. Floyd, correct, 1974, is that correct?
That's correct. Beginning my 47th year here.
And like Dr. Hanks, hometown girl, moved back after 25 years. And I can honestly say this isn't a recruiting spiel, that I've never worked with a group of people who cared more about students than the people I work with. Dr. Floyd and Dr. Hanks are the first people to respond to my emails and to be able to join with me and say, hey, yeah, let me help you recruit because I want to talk to students. They have their phone numbers listed. They respond to not just staff, but we want your students. Whatever gifts and abilities your students have, that's what makes campus what it is. Not that our online program is not a great option for students, but they really do care and really do work hard to be not only professional, but really just caring. So thank you both, Dr. Floyd and Dr. Hanks, for being willing to join me today and help me with my job, which is recruitment.